So here we are. It's the middle of July and summer's almost over with, which means that the kids will be going back to school soon, and all the moms out there, and some of the dads, and some guys, and some people who aren't parents, and some people who aren't, I'm just going to stop. People are going to be looking for more fall decor items. And that's what we're going to focus on today. So today, I am going to show you how to take this free palette that I found, and I'm going to turn it into this. Provided that the people upstairs, i.e. my family, can keep it down a little bit because they're starting to clean up there. So, today, I'm going to show you how to make these 3 projects, hopefully 3. Probably 2, hopefully 3, but definitely 1. So, I'm going to show you how to take this palette, and good lord, that piece right there is a heavy one. I'm going to show you how to take this palette and turn it into these 3 projects. So stick around and let's get to the build, shall we?
Sawdust Kitchen, firing up. Sawdust flying, built-in tough chaos in the shop all day.
Now, it's going to take a very long time to break this palette down. So, to make this short and quick, so let's use a little bit of YouTube magic, shall we? Now we're going to begin with our first project. So I'm going to take these slats that came off of the top and the bottom of the palette, and I'll show you what we're going to do with them. Now you're going to want to get these cut down to, I'm going to go roughly around 20 inches, and you're going to want 4 of them at 20 inches. Now, after looking at all the pieces that I had, I went ahead and cut 5 of them, but I had this piece right here after I was getting it taken off the palette. It kind of split right there, as you can see. But I think I can make that work for something. Let me get this kind of laid out, and I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about. Then you're going to want to take another couple of pieces and cut yourself a couple of backers, so that way these all have something to screw to. I'm going to go ahead and keep these things pretty rough, but I am going to knock off some of these like really major rough areas with my orbital sander. And since this was a palette that I have no idea what was on it, so as with always, you got to want to make sure that you have your PPE on before you start sanding anything like this. So it's that time again. Let's get our PPE on, and then I'll start sanding. Well, once again, my PPE decided to fail me, but now I guess if I'm ever, being invaded by Sparta, I can, or by whoever was. Yeah. Anyway, I guess I am prepared to go to war. So let me get these sanded, and I'll be right back with you guys. And then your piece should look something like this. Close-ish, whatever. We're going to set this aside, and we're going to start working on the next project because we're going to paint everything at the same time, the same colors. So you're going to take that piece, and I know it's got some holes in it, but you know what? A little bit of rustic charm never hurt anybody. So you're going to want to pull that down to, about 12 inches. Actually, we'll go 11, so that way I avoid that one there. So you're going to want to find your area where you want to notch it out. So you're going to want to notch out that area as far down as you need to go, which I don't know yet. Well, we're going to move this into a different way. All right, so we pivoted and went a different direction. So you're going to want 2, 5, 7 pieces at roughly 11 inches long and about 3 and 3 and a quarter wide, whatever you want to do. And then your 2 outer pieces, you're going to want the same length or the same width, but I ended up, my width was just at like 2 5/8. So that's going to be on the outside of each piece, or on each end. So what you're going to want to do, you got those 2 pieces there. Then you're going to want to get those attached. I happen to have some of these little tiny wood cookies that I cut a long time ago, so I went ahead and put those on top. Now we're going to set this off to the side and work on the other one. Now the goal with these are to have ones that like 3 different lengths is what we're going to do with this. So you can really just choose any length that you want, any scrap piece that you want, and make it work for you, for your house. So I went up to my local hardware store and I got me a can of ultra matte black paint, some ultra matte white, and while it's still wet, go over it with a small coat of white. Then you're going to want to take this nice disposable little chip brush and just do some up and down strokes, light in some areas, heavy in some other areas. You can hit it on the sides. You can let some of the brown show through. That's just fine and dandy as well. And then when that's dry enough, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put on a pretty heavy coat of orange. And you're going to want to leave that to dry. So I'm going to go ahead and do this on all the pieces that I have. And then when I get done with those, then we'll finish them up. Those projects were so much fun. There's so many different ways that you could take all that. There's different styles of painting. You can make them bigger, smaller, more rustic, more modern. I mean, there's so many different possibilities. You could laser engrave, CNC machine them. I mean, there's just so many possibilities. So thank you guys for watching. It's time for me to clean up this shop now that I'm done building for the day. You guys take care. Peace, love, and green bananas. You're all so special to me. Love you much. Have a good one. See you later. The Sawdust Kitchen now has its own brand of shop vacs for you guys. So I am going to show you the brand new shop vac. This is the LU46, the lunatic model. Have a good one, guys.
Sawdust Kitchen is closed, lights go low. Sawdust Kitchen is closed, lights go low. settles, time to go.